Billy Boulevard, Cigar Rant number 22, homeless flavors. When it comes to cigars and whiskey, terroir is the essence of the land. It's the smell of the soil. It's the taste of the air, the sunlight, and the climate. How everything impacts the cigar, the whiskey, the wine, or the spirit that you're consuming. It is the reason why we love Scottish, Japanese, and American whiskey. It is the reason why we love Cuban, Nicaraguan, and Dominican tobacco. But it goes a little bit further past that. The geology, the climate, the land also influences the culture of the people that make the products that come from those regions. In essence, it is what makes them real, unique, and significant. Imagine that you are the master distiller for an Islay single malt scotch. Let's look at what you have to make that scotch with. Basically, you start out with barley. The barley is enriched by the soil, the land itself. That soil also delivering nutrients, minerals, and the water coming down from the mountain caps, making its way down the mountain, thereby picking up the flavor of the earth and the heather. It makes its way through the soil to the water table. That very same water is what flows to the distillery. The barley is then picked and it is laid out on the floor. It is wet by that very same nutrient and mineral laden water. Those barley seeds germinate. Then you have the peat. The peat is basically organic matter and vegetation compounded over millennia. The peat is picked from the ground. It is dried, almost like charcoal. It is burned. The smoke from that burn stops the germination of the barley and imparts that barley with the flavor again from the land. So you have the soil enriching the barley, you have the water giving nutrients and flavor to the barley, you have the peat that is also imparting its flavor onto the barley, and then it is placed in an oak barrel. The oak barrel not only imparts its own flavors, but has special qualities. That barrel is porous, thereby allowing the dram inside to exchange with the atmosphere. The angel share. The malt is taking on the flavor of the sea air, the salt, everything in the climate impacting what's going on during the process of making it and during the process of aging it. When you open the bottle of that single malt, you are tasting the essence of that land. This is why we love Scottish, American, and Japanese whiskey. Along the same lines, imagine you're a master blender at a tobacco farm. Select a wrapper. Maybe it's San Andreas, Connecticut Broadleaf Maduro, Cameroon. You match that with a Honduran or Dominican binder. Then you come across some exquisite tobacco from various regions in Nicaragua. All of those regions have imparted its own flavor to the tobacco leaf. It could be phosphorus soil, it could be mineral rich, but it's giving its own terroir to that leaf. You take that, you meticulously ferment it. The sugars start to come out of that leaf. The impurities start to dissipate. The ammonia starts to dissipate. You hire artisan rollers to hand roll a work of art. In both of the aforementioned scenarios, you have a natural process guided by human hands, but the flavors always have a home. A home represented by the people who live there and produce these products, a home represented by the soil that enrich these products, a home represented by the climate, the water, and every facet of the process imparting flavor into these products. Compare that to some apple pie flavored whiskey paired with a coffee flavored cigar. Well, hell, why didn't you just eat a fucking apple pie, drink some real coffee, smoke a cigar, and pair it with some real whiskey? It's like a pairing from the island of Dr. Monroe, enough to make your cigar smoking, whiskey drinking great grandfather turn over in his grave. No, I know, I'm aware. This is the plight of the purists. I'm on my soapbox yelling at passerbys, but just remember something. With all this homeless flavor, imagine what it has bought us. Imagine what we purchased by allowing this bullshit in the gate. You see, the FDA always left cigars alone. They never bothered us. But as soon as somebody started producing blueberry flavored cigars, strawberry flavored cigars, vanilla flavored cigars, well, now the kids are smoking them. Yeah, you see, the kids didn't like cigars. Why? They were expensive. They were handmade works of art. $10, $20 sometimes a pop. Now they're producing this machine-made, flavored bullshit. Now the kids are smoking it. Why? Because the kids didn't like this sophisticated, acquired taste, but they love some blueberry flavored bullshit. Billy Boulevard, PuroMaduro.com. With a cigar shirt from Leaf and Barrel, not only are you wearing the best looking shirt in the room, your cigars are protected, The humidity is extended by pockets that do not breathe. But more importantly, if they didn't know you were serious about cigars, they certainly do now.